That's Pogo Stick's book too.
Yeah.
And he probably has his badge on still, like, you know.
It's a Chippendales sheriff dance.
Yes.
Well, you could just use the badge to like cover the naughty stuff.
It's glasses, loincloth, badges foreign.
I don't know how big this badge is, but I think that's a tall order.
I feel like Senzen should have a really big badge.
Such a big badge.
Welcome to our shit show, friends.
There's some S&M chaff, so yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, I mean, I'm like,
all kinds,
wow. Okay. Cool.
Present
So
day.
saying assless is just redundant.
Yeah, but saying assless, you wanna emphasize the fact that you're all cheeked up on a Tuesday when you're wearing them.
I'm trying to watch our Twitch stream, but I just kept seeing this ass as really bomb looking. Did I say it wrong? Our tit stream, our
a
Twitch
little bit,
stream.
maybe.
You know what? When it comes to me, this is the exception. So like, get on my level. Second of all I keep seeing is this bomb ass chicken sandwich ad that looks so good, and I want to eat it.
The magic lube is made in the swamp, and it's normally like pure and holy or whatever, but occasionally when somebody gets murdered in there, it turns evil.
Is it sticky?
It's probably sticky.
I mean, it's a little bit sticky. It came from a kid.
Jam hands, man. I'm not. Look, I want to look at the book, but I don't want to touch it until we can wipe off the most
I'm gonna
likely
press
jam.
digitize the jam and stickies off of it.
But it is gorgeous. It's one of the most beautiful and moving things you've ever seen. Most people don't get to see a drow civilization.
Well, that's beautiful and fascinating, but also kind of dangerous. Anybody else want to take a look before we start doing the dynamite thing?
Can I stealth myself as well? Can I roll stealth? Just because why not?
Well, I mean, you gotta do something. You can't just, hey, I'm stealthy, right? What are you trying to do stealthily?
Just be super hot and stealthy. Like I want everybody to see how hot and stealthy I am. It's so stealthy of me.
She keeps saying they're looking for a magic cock.
She's already got Eric. I don't know what she's looking for. Like, babe, fucking come dance with who you came with.
Dee Dee, are you hearing that correctly too?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're saying cock. I want to say they mean conch, but I'm really not. I hope they mean conch, but like also they mean cock.
I mean,
that's fine too.
I mean, to each their own, sure. But I guess they're looking for a magic one?
Oh, it's definitely got to be magic. You know, why look for one if it's not... I mean, either way, if it's a cock or a conch, why look for one if it's not magic, that is...
Chat about how we can simultaneously take her out and convince Dryland to go into a back room with us for a private business meeting, which may or may not result in him tied up to a chair.
It sounds I'm gonna give him a lap dance.
That might be ultimately the plan, yes.
We've had experiences where some of our clientele have gotten a little bit too handsy. So we've actually introduced a little bit of a fun experience where you surrender yourself to the Dragonborn and the Dragonborn surrenders something to you. So I'm going to just very gently, it's just playful. I'm just gonna just hold your wrists and your ankles down. You can tap out. The safe word is Neverwinter, but it's just a little bit of a fun thing.
I'm really sad the butthole collapsed. Never good when the butthole collapses.
Do they have
Alright.
little chaps on?
No, they are not precious. You get the squirrel now. Do they have little chaps
I
on?
don't even know if they have asses.
Probably Klaka of some kind.
Asses are relative.
Your magical physiologies professor could tell you.
We will ask.
Here?
Do pests have butts?
Yeah, but where does the poop come from?
I mean, it's got a something. does it have enough of a cheek for it to be considered an ass?
The cheek makes the ass.
I don't have an answer. I mean, you could dissect one, I guess.
Perhaps they're not all cheeked up on a Tuesday.
Oh gosh, this little dude is Volo, and he wants to talk to you. You got some time?
Hi, Bolo. You need some dicks?
Like, I'm really ready for a meet cute with a romanticore. I feel like I've earned it.
Oh boy. Ranza will kind of lean over to Dee Dee and say, "We have a group of manticores up ahead."
Oh yeah, I think the ranger wants to fuck one of them.
Not one. I mean, not anyone. Not just anyone.
Not one, all of them. Got it.
I'm effing. Piranha starts swaying, getting into it, just sort of
Twerking?
swaying with the music too.
Twerking.
Gently twerking, like not like hardcore twerking, not like trying to earn some extra platinum twerking, but
Gently
like
twerking.
just gentle twerking, just sort of like I'm feeling your vibe twerking.
I love you guys.
Oh my god.
I can take them if I can be potion bitch.
Yeah. I feel like you kind of needed the potions the most so far. So yeah, that's a good idea.
Cause it's my fault if they don't finish.
It's always your fault. Everything is your fault.
It's always the man's fault if women don't finish stuff.
She has a point.
You know, she does have a point. I'm not gonna fight that one because I there's no way for me to win that one.
Nope.
You're a little bit outnumbered.
So in a flash of teleportation light, and there is no twerking unless you want there to be.
I'm twerking. Don't tell me I
Okay.
can't twerk. I'm just gonna twerk if she wants to.
You can leave your cares behind because if your
I-
friends don't
is
twerk,
there like Doctor Who noises as she twerks through the universe?
Jesus.
Hey,
That's funny.
at least you don't
That's
hear the
hilarious.
sucking sound of the dark between the stars.
Oh my god, no.
I am glad you made it out of that without mentioning the sucking sound of the dark between the stars.
And occasionally creates a sucking whisper. What is it? Milky moist whispers? I don't remember.
You made it worse.
How did you make it worse?
Because I said moist. That made it worse.
And milky. Let's not overlook milky, please.
I think, is it milky actually in there?
They
Did I
are
just
milky
make it
white
up?
tentacles. Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, thank you. Rather you didn't.
Lots of D words.
All the
Dazzling
words.
Dee Dee.
Dazzling
Oh
Dee Dee.
dear God.
That's her Vegas name.
Dump truck Dee Dee.
She got that dump truck.
She got that dumpy.
Yep.
She kind of thick for a goblin.
You actually managed to convince the captain of this boat, Lord Dryland, to engage in some BDSM with your party.
Hoes make the world go round, baby. Oh.
Oh my god.
Right, but is Melitus? You're in the city of Melitus, right?
Sure. Sure. Whatever you say, DM.
Yeah. I don't want people to go back and look and be like correcting me.
You mean me?
Yes.
So Muddy had two courses of study. She had her unofficial one, which was, of course, furthering the never-ending march of capitalism via illicit substances. And then the other one is she is doing a research internship in the labs.
Okay.
Trying to force evolution on pests.
Is Maudie trying to amass an army of pests?
She's not
Not trying.
avoiding it. Basically, if anything goes wrong, is it really going wrong?
Happy little accidents.
Yeah. So
Yep.
theoretically, I could stick it in his butthole, but I'm trying not to sexually assault people.
I'm gonna say I just rolled an 18.
Like around the ankle.
It takes it. Teamwork makes the dream work.
My dice are cursed. Like, that's just what this is.
Hey, Madame, who's not supposed to vape in the house, is doing it on camera.
hear you.
So fast forward as our roommate gets a danger cutie. That sounds pretty radical.
Danger cutie. Oh my god, she's so precious.
Hey, Madi, are you guys just hanging out, or do you think you're gonna like be best friendies?
So I think,
I mean, I don't mean to rush you.
like, I don't want to like rush things and all, but like, I would die for her. She can do it extra better.
So the poor,
I mean, I can grease this pole extra better, but
Aw. All right, we are live. Let me unmute you guys. There we go. Now we're live. Hello, everybody.
All right, hello.
And hold on, let me turn off your thing because I wasn't sure when or how you would show up. So let's make sure we can see your lovely face. There you are.
My daughter
Yay.
did my makeup today, so if anyone insults it, you're going to die.
Alrighty then.
She also
That's a
did
thing.
my hair.
Let me turn on some music and then we'll introduce
So,
ourselves.
Hopefully everyone thinks it's great.
It
It's very
is
nice.
lovely. It is delightful. Let me
They
maybe
said it's
not.
delightful and lovely. She says thank you.
aw.
All right. So, hello everyone. Welcome to Wednesday Night D&D.
Hello, Ranger Joe.
Hello, Ranger Joe. I am completely Ranger Joe. I came out here after doing the yard work to do some prep work and promptly forgot to shower. So I am absolutely Ranger Joe today. I'm going to put my hair back and everything because it's still wet from sweat. Aren't you happy I told you that?
Beautiful.
We could have just assumed you showered, but
Yeah,
no.
thanks for
No.
sharing that with us so we know
Yeah.
exactly how
I get to
you
sit here in
smell
my own
tonight.
stench for the next 2 hours. Hooray.
And
I'm
see,
moist.
That's
Why
why
are you so moist?
all work and all meetings should be done over Zoom so that we never have to smell each other ever again.
I think I
glad
agree.
come up with smell-o-vision yet.
Thank God.
There are patents for that. We laugh at them every now and again when I see them. There's a dude that tried to do a scented thing for Dungeons and Dragons. Like it had a smoke compartment, an incense compartment, a fire. Yeah.
And what did the dragon smell like?
There was no dragon. It was like smoke,
Oh.
fire, city, country, like no like nasty smells.
No, I want
ocean.
the dragon.
Yeah.
You know, the dragon farts. I
That'd be a
assume a
good
dragon
candle
smells
name.
like
Oh,
sulfur.
I did make scented candles that based off of the characters from Baldur's Gate 3.
Oh, did any of them smell like sulfur?
No, but Karlak smelled like tobacco, some kind of like a whiskey, right? Tobacco, whiskey, and leather.
I
right?
mean, that kind of sounds good. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not like into the tobacco smell, but the combo, yeah, I'd be there for it.
And campfire smoke, and a little bit of campfire smoke, right?
Okay, that actually sounds pretty good though.
And my son looked up the things that Asterion smelled like cognac and a couple other things. And Shadowheart scent was incense, lavender, and a couple other things. Very dark and mysterious.
I love that. I love dark and mysterious.
Be good?
Yep. Okay. Guess what, guys?
Random.
Nothing. Nothing. I have nothing to share. I have eggs. That I must share that I have eggs. I got 2 more chickens. They're laying hens, and now I have a surplus of eggs.
Why don't we start? Who are you and who are you playing?
I'm Ayana.
King of the eggs. King of the eggs.
I'm the queen of the eggs, the non-binary queen, and I do have a little animal rescue that I run, and it's called Ayana's Place Sanctuary on Instagram. Nobody ever donates to me, but we really could use donations because I also have like some people who like are in like a kind of a a situation that they're living here too, and it's getting quite expensive to support everybody. So go to Ayana's Place Sanctuary on Instagram and like try to figure out how to send me money. Try to send a donation. It's tax deductible to 5013C or whatever it is. And I play Pacifier, and my daughter did my makeup, and we've been watching RuPaul's Drag Race, so she said she was going to do the most contour and the most eyeliner in the whole world, and she really did. She went for
Hey,
it.
wait. I could put you in your confessional. You can lean in.
Okay.
You are
The
contoured.
eyeliner?
Oh, you're
Okay.
contoured.
Contour out of this world.
Yes.
She giggled like a maniac while doing it, so I knew it was gonna be good. She
Awesome.
overlined my lips here, just like she figured it out, man. She figured it out. She's
She
9.
figured it out
She's
what guys
doing
like,
things.
yeah.
It's pretty good, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's it. I'll play Bearfire. Yeah, that's it. And next.
Bryn, why don't you go next? We'll go counterclockwise.
All right. More and more, I feel like somebody I used to know. Defense analyst for now. Helicopter pilot for now. Cosplayer for now. So I am playing Lenora. She's kind of a gothy hexblade warlock devotee of the Raven Queen. She has a minion named Sarah, who's also been recruited into the faith, if you could call it that. It's more like a fixed term lease with an option to buy on our souls. And the group I support is Superhero Support Incorporated. They're a 501c3. We dress up like superheroes and go to children's events that are charitable, like we just did. We were supposed to do Krieger this weekend. Weekend before that, we did the Red Shoe Shuffle for the Ronald McDonald House, Johns Hopkins Oncology, that sort of thing.
Yay. Rachel, who are you? Who are you playing?
I am Rocky. I am an 8-foot-tall Goliath barbarian, and I am not an orphan. And one of my parents is an asshole.
Woo!
And a cannibal.
Woo!
And I have a detective agency called Bag of Dicks, and I have a brothel manor house where we support sex work, and we have a griffin rescue.
We do.
You now officially have a griffin rescue.
There is a griffin rescue.
I wrote it into your notes.
There's a griffin rescue. And my husband is alive, which is amazing considering I never got married officially, but he definitely just became my husband spontaneously, because if you think hard enough, it's like thunking a glunk and you're just married.
I'm sure the Queen of the Giant Pantheon would happily have married you if you so wished.
Right. We'll do that next time. When I go back to the temple, we'll get that taken care of. But
When
he
I go
has
back to the
served
temple.
for 40 billion years because we asked a buttload of questions.
Oi, when I go back to the temple. Sorry.
Right,
Go.
when I go back to the temple, it's like, apparently I'm channeling my Nana right now.
Exactly.
Is there a Vegas in this land?
Funny you should mention that. I will remind you that you mentioned that in 2 games.
Okay, well, I will remember that I mentioned it, and no, I won't.
Yeah.
Remember. I'll write it down, then I'll remember next to some other thing that's cryptic and uncomfortable.
Well, you know what? My husband is also in a temple, and he's also serving his time. So
Seems like a good place to
Your
leave husband.
pregnant husband.
My pregnant husband.
My husband is not pregnant. That's not how
Which
that
is
works.
a bloody shame. It's just a shame.
What good is he?
Mini Rocky. Actually, it wouldn't be mini because he is the full.
Right, neither one of
giant.
us is
Like,
small.
somewhere between.
And honestly, because he's so much bigger than me, my baby will probably end up bigger than me, so I will be the mini one.
Yeah, that's true. Which is kind of cute.
I'd be like birthing an elephant. Like, would I be pregnant for 2 years?
Oh God!
Oh God, no,
Oh.
please. Oh.
That's, honestly, that would be hilarious. It would be awesome to do a role-playing game with, like, a party of pregnant characters and how they deal with shit.
No.
Oh, that would be hilarious.
No.
I love it. I want to do it. It's so funny.
Oh.
Oh, the
in
chaos.
And I also have a corpse collection, which I sold so many of my body parts to make room for
did.
brand new weird body parts.
Really?
Congratulations on that.
Not just to make room in your bag of holding, but to make room for brand new body parts.
Yeah. Those ones are boring now. I've had them for too long. They weren't useful, so I sold them to someone else because I was waiting for them to be useful in battle or crimes, and it wasn't useful for any of those things. So now I just need different body parts.
Okay. Perfect.
I mean, you could throw severed phalluses at our enemies just for like intimidation or startle effect.
Yes.
Oh, 100%. I mean, one time last
What did I just get hit in the head with? Huh?
By the way, we're 20 minutes in and we haven't even finished our introduction.
Oh, I know.
One time last game, I used someone's spine to test how deep the water was. So that was effective. We had to go in the sewers.
Yeah. See, you knew you'd need it someday.
Right. And all the other body parts haven't come in handy, so it's time to find new ones.
Okay.
There you go.
Fair enough.
Okay, in my real life, I run Feed the Scene. We're a non-profit band hostel, and I feed and house touring musicians. And I just got back from a music festival where I fed 300 people and ran a coffee booth, and I'm very tired.
Aww.
And then I vended
Awesome,
2 more
though.
times.
Did you have fun?
I didn't have time to have fun.
Okay, fair
When
enough.
we signed up to do the catering for that music festival, we were promised the ability to use the festival's on-site kitchen. And then the people who were using it were like, that's definitely not going to work. So we had to bring our own ovens.
Oh God.
Oh my god.
So you literally brought your own kitchen
yeah,
with you.
I saw the picture.
I did. I
actually,
brought 2 entire rooms because I brought an entire pop-up
Holy
coffee shop
guacamole.
and an entire kitchen because we had to bring all our own pots and pans and silverware and everything. So I literally, in my SUV and a 5x8 U-Haul trailer, brought 2 entire rooms of my house, including a kegerator and a popsicle freezer and 2 ovens and food for 300 people.
Oh,
Very
my God.
impressive. Let's give a round of applause. 'Cause
Yes.
That is fucking badass. Good
It
job.
is.
Very
Fuck
good at
yeah.
3-dimensional real-world Tetris.
Go team.
All right. Natasha, who are you and who are you playing?
Hello, I'm Natasha, and I put things in my mouth for money. Go to YouTube and look up Glitter Kitty Litter. That is me. My latest video is a review of... Wait, did I do it? Anyways, one of my videos is of me doing a review of nacho fries and the chicken nuggets from Taco Bell. And you should watch it because views give me money. And I play an amazing fashionable tabaxi named Fenmore, who has a amazing hat and is going to get
A
an even
fashionable
better
tabaxi.
hat with a parrot.
Yes.
Oh, I forgot about the parrot hat. I'm so
Mr.
excited.
Cheese.
I am
Mr. Cheese,
so
the
excited
parrot.
for you.
I wrote it down. It's very important.
I love that, like, if that is what it takes to get you guys to take game notes, then I will give you all the parrots your little hearts desire.
I didn't really know in the beginning that we were supposed to write notes.
No, you don't have to. No,
I just thought that was a place to put all those stuff I had collected.
you don't actually have to take notes. It helps sometimes when you're
It
involved in
helps
a.
a lot.
Tonight's episode is episode 43. When you're involved in a 43 episode thing,
shit.
sometimes it might help to take notes.
Holy shit. If we get to episode 52, it's literally like 1 year of gaming almost, right?
Yep.
Like those 52 weeks.
I forget. We're almost. I think we're past a year because we've skipped a whole bunch of weeks. We're past a
I
year with
think
this
we are.
campaign.
For sure, we're past the year, even with Britain, I think. But
Yep.
but we don't have the official, episode title 52. That is the thing. It's the official notation.
If we
I
get
don't know,
there,
just
I
go
will
with
make
it.
sure to remind you guys before we start that we're at
I won't
episode
get
52.
there.
Maybe we should do something special. 50
Well, I mean-
the 1 year anniversary of this nonsense.
There are like, so this is the module, and this is what's left. So you've gone through probably,
Oh, wow.
I'd say
You're
like
not that
80%
far
of
away.
it.
Okay.
Remember,
Really?
this all started with us going into a cellar or something.
Yep. Yeah, going into the dungeon under the awning portal.
I thought that was where I thought we were just gonna play that cellar, and that was it. We were just gonna find Erebire, and that was it. And now we're like off on these quests, and
Well, that's
like
because we made a choice.
That's because we made a choice, and we had to
Not
find
dungeon crawl forever.
right, and we had to
Well-
find Fenmore's pirate ship that was stolen, which
Yes.
actually worked out really well for us. So that said, let us summarize where we were last time. Who would like to take a whack at that?
We were shopping.
I think that was actually most of the episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a shopping episode. I'm so sorry, guys. To everybody who's actually sat through that, I'm sorry.
I'm not sorry. It was extremely entertaining, and we're here
It
for
kinda
entertainment.
was.
But we don't really care if we entertain you because we're friends. It's just really
I
about
got a
us
mermaid outfit.
being friends every week on Wednesdays.
See? At the end of the day, as long as we're all having fun, that is the point, friends. That is the fucking
right.
point.
That's right. And we are also friends not on Wednesdays. But you guys don't know that because we don't exist outside of this live stream.
Okay. We went shopping. We're in Waterdeep. We have to leave. Where are we going?
Why did you go shopping? Do you remember why you went shopping?
Because it's fun.
We have to go. I have it written down. We have to go save Hecaton, the Storm King, who is definitely missing, and we don't think he's missing on purpose. And we also have to kill the blue dragon, Imrith, and bring the red dragon his eyeball back.
That was actually a pretty good summary of where you are in the story so far.
And
Do you
the
know?
dragon's lair is in Anarok Desert? I spelled it, but I don't know.
Anourek.
Yep.
Oh, I have OC.
I put any rock because.
Oh, maybe it's Anrouch. I don't know.
I have
It's on the map.
Anauroch.
That is probably right. I am not looking at the map of Faerun right now.
Any rock desert.
Yep.
And we're blessed +1 in combat because we got blessed. and
Not just combat.
blessed
You
by
actually
Bearfire.
have the blessings of the Storm Giant Pantheon. So in any interaction,
Nice.
persuasion, deception, attacks,
Nice.
everything is at +1 when you're interacting with the giant.
Which sounds like it can be really useful in a, adventure-based round.
Oh, and
Giants.
I have an oceanic trident, and I can make 3 people breathe underwater for 24 hours. And I also have a trident, so I look like freaking Betty, Little Mermaid King Triton. Oh, I'm gonna go under the water. My beard is gonna flow in the water. I'm gonna take my top off every time we're under the water, just for atmosphere.
Yes.
So,
And
I just want to
have my
show, let's see, where is this little section in here on
I can't wait.
water pressure?
Let's go under the water.
There's a section in the rule book on water pressure and what happens to people even if they can breathe water. Anyway.
Hey.
It's magic. We'll get there. Don't worry. I'm not going to screw you with your. I will absolutely give you at least one scene where you get to swim through the water with your shirt off, holding a trident, and your beard and hair flowing.
Yeah!
Just for you, I will give you at least one scene.
I love you, Sam.
I'm gonna wear my mermaid outfit.
Pregnant. You are a
There
real
you
one.
I'm gonna bring all my thingamabobs. I'm just like a murderous Ariel.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
All my thingamabobs just aren't forks; they're body parts.
All right. Do you remember how you're going to get to the storm court?
Oh, we have to blow the conch thing,
Oh,
the giant conch shell.
Yeah, we do. We gotta blow that conch.
Right, the giant golden conch.
Gotta
Yep.
blow the giant golden conch.
Love the conch.
Yeah, I love
All right.
blowing a giant golden conch.
She said, "Come, yeah, she's gonna blow it."
All right. All of that said, that is where we left off last game. All that remains
Oh, wait,
is.
are we considering us having technically gone back and picked up our stuff that was overnight?
Right. Did I get my hat?
Absolutely. You all have the
Okay.
things that you purchased last game. Hey, Smiling Devil. And all that remains is for you to blow the magical conch shell. And all signs point to the fact that once you do this, you will be magically transported to the court of the Storm King in Maelstrom.
Okay, so it's like morning and stuff, right? Because if it's nighttime, I want to
Yep.
go, play my lute, get the ladies to love me, all that stuff.
Right, I'm changing to the dramatic music now.
Okay, so we're going in the morning and we're heading out on our adventure. We're all.
I mean,
set, right?
you could get up in Troll Skull Manor and go down, have breakfast, and just standing around the bar, you could do the thing.
I think we're okay, right, guys?
So before we do, we should try to figure out whether or not Sarah's coming with us.
Oh,
Sarah says she wants to come.
Okay.
I only have a breathing spell for 3 people, and how much of the underwater potions do we have?
So
we did buy those, right?
She's got a couple of scrolls of invisibility and gaseous form. So if things get really rough, she can just disappear and get out of the way. So.
The other thing to realize, and actually, Lenora, you would know this, and Rocky, you would know it too, with your survival skill, and Lenora with Arcana.
I would know this.
Storm giants are the only ones that you're aware of that can breathe underwater. So if any other giants would come to this court, it's really likely that there's breathable air in the court of the Storm King.
And I would know that, and I would still buy a mermaid outfit.
You would still buy a mermaid outfit.
I still bought an entire trident so that I can get you guys breathing underwater.
Yep.
I'm just saying.
Well, I'm gonna look hot with the trident, so I'm down. That's fine. It does the same or more damage than my magic whatever I had before anyway.
Well, I mean, it's not like you left your Morning Star at home, right? I'm assuming you're taking the Morning Star with you too.
Sure.
Sure. I'm taking the weapons.
And in fact, I can throw the trident, so it's got like a little longer range.
Yep.
Now, does this
you can
magic
enchant
trident...
it before we leave with the ability for it to come back to you.
That's why I was just going to ask. Smart
Yep. That was
thinking.
what did you pay for that? You paid like 5,000 gold for that.
Oh, I don't think it was that much. I think it was like 1,000. I didn't have that.
Yeah,
much.
at your level, it was but as you guys scale and make more money.
Okay. Oh, so if I wanted that ability, I would have.
And
to...
it would take it's not just a day. They don't just cast an enchantment on it. They have to inlay it with magical runes and do it. Blah blah blah. If you want to hang out for a week, you can do that maybe.
Bummer.
But I would say it's going to take some time, and it's going to be at least 5,000 gold.
That's fine. I'll just run over, grab the trident, and with a squelch, pull it from the hearts of my enemies.
There you go.
It's gonna be just fine, and I'll run to the next enemy, and yeah.
I am opening up all your character sheets now.
All right.
All right, I'm ready when you guys are. Anything else you want to do before you blow that magic cock? Or I'm sorry, conch.
Who's gonna blow it? Do we have to draw straws or?
I think Verifier is volunteering for that one.
All right.
Okay, go ahead.
Wait, do we have to hold hands? Like what's the?
Do we?
I don't know.
No, I guess you didn't ask.
Well, let's all hold hands, and I'm gonna hand the conch to Verifier.
And try to
when
put
I
one.
cast Identify on it, it would have told me how to use it.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah. So what I'm telling you is that as long as you're within proximity, it is a very powerful magical device.
As long as we're in melee range.
As long as you're within melee range of the magical conch.
If we're gonna fight it, we can. Okay, so Verifier.
All right.
Do the honors.
I give everyone a look. Everybody ready? I nod
Ready
at everybody.
as we'll ever be.
Yeah.
And I give it a big blow, and I'm obviously an expert. All right. Everyone's impressed by my conch skills.
All right.
The most impressive conch blowing we've ever heard.
That's right.
The sound is deafening. It shakes the walls, the windows rattle. Night Minnow gets startled from behind the bar, and you see even Scooter pokes their head down from upstairs, what the fuck is that? And the world just starts to dissolve around you. Everything goes to gray. You're in this gray, misty nowhere between spaces. And with a flash, everything comes back, and you are standing on a golden rune set into a floor somewhere. The walls around you are bright blue coral.
Are you saying that we're breathing just fine already?
You are in breathable air right now.
God damn it! I look around and I say, God
All right.
damn it.
I have. You don't have to go over to Albert Rodeo, but I've got Camel Macchiato here for the party as the.
Hey!
Oh yeah, Camel came with us, by the way. He definitely did.
There you go. You brought a camel to the court of the Storm King.
Of course. I mean, he's an ethereal camel.
Okay.
He's definitely an underwater camel.
Yeah. He can breathe underwater because he's an ethereal being. So, I mean.
All right.
May as well.
So, as the magic starts to dissipate and you're standing there. By the way, each one of those squares is 10 feet. It's a big room with a huge glyph on the floor. Across the room are two. I can only describe them as giants.
I thought you said a cliff. I was like, what is a cliff on the floor? You said a glyph.
Glyph. Glyph.
A cliff on the floor.
Well, I mean, technically, there's a little circle around it, and I was like, is that the cliff?
Somebody left their cliff bar behind.
Now it's about a 25.
One part of this so tall.
It's double
Yes.
chocolate chip. Do you want to eat it?
It's
Hashtag
giant
not
sized.
sponsored by Cliff.
Oh, God.
Back to the glyph. Sorry.
Anyway, across the room from you are two what look like board guards. However, you have never met a storm giant before, and they make Harshnag. They make him look like you look to him. They are 30 feet tall. I mean,
So
you
what you're
come up.
saying is handsome.
Yes,
make
they are
us look
handsome and they are gigantic.
Yes, they are handsome. He just goes with it. He just so effortlessly flows into the truth.
Yes, there you go.
That's amazing.
They both stand up they're startled. They're surprised. They stand up and look at you. Like, back up there looking at each other like, small folk here. Rocky, you understand them. They're actually saying, small folk? Are those actually small folk?
I give a respectful bow.
I'm gonna run up and yell, cousin!
They're like looking down at you, and who's holding the conch?
Bearfire, I guess. And I give
Rocky,
a respectful bow.
you hear them say, "Well, I mean, they have one of the devices. Whose is it?" One of them says in common, reaches down with like two little fingers and says, "May I see that, please?"
I lift it above my head and give a bow.
So what kind of giants are these?
These are storm giants.
So justice giants.
Okay, so they don't look like they're in a stompy mood.
They are not in a stompy mood, and give me an insight check, everyone.
And I told them I was their cousin, and they could tell that I understood what they were saying. So
True.
They could
11
indeed.
plus 1, because we all have plus 1. We're hashtag blessed. I got
You said
12.
insight?
Yay!
Yep.
Oh my
I
God.
don't have any insight.
My dice is
got a
rolling really
10.
slow.
Let's see. I think Lenore or Bearfire's actually got it.
20!
Oh, Fenmore.
Damn,
All right.
Fenmore! Holy shit, you're insightful.
You're
So-
so insightful today.
So Fenmore, what you realize is that these creatures are not. They're not aggressive. They're more surprised than anything, and quite frankly, they're acting with curiosity. They don't look angry towards you at all. In fact, they're puzzled. Curiosity and puzzlement is what you get from them. So Bearfire hands over the conch shell.
Yeah, I lift it up and I say we have come, and they probably don't know, or maybe they do speak common.
Oh, that they spoke to you in common,
I don't wanna
asking
hand
it.
over exactly, because I don't want them I just show it to them.
He says, "May I see this? I'll return it."
All right.
He picks it up and it grows in his hand to be giant-sized.
Oh,
That's
come
what all guys
on!
say.
It's a thrower, not a shower.
And he looks,
It'll
and
grow in your
engraved on
hand,
the
you
inside, He
It should have grown in my hand.
It would have crushed you.
You know what?
A girl's got a dream.
I mean, come on. I mean, okay.
He whispers a word inside of it, and a glowing rune appears. And he looks at the other storm giant, and they just start to chuckle. It's Storvald. And he hands it back to you as it shrinks down again and hands it back to you.
Okay. Thank you.
Do you guys remember who Storvald is?
He's the king of the frost giants.
They're still having a good chuckle about what looks to be the fact that a bunch of small
Why
folks
would
stole...
Storvald have that on purpose, like one he's supposed to have to get there?
Give me an Arcana check. And then I will let Lenora make an Arcana check.
I got a 5.
You have no clue why they're laughing
Which is
about it.
why I asked.
Yep. You don't. Rocky has no idea. You can infer something. Lenora, would you like to give me an Arcana check?
I did 13.
Given the fact that it looks like this one is tied to Storvald, it is a fair assumption that perhaps each of the giant potentates have their own tool to come to court.
Okay, so let me see. We have, I'm going to write this down. We have, what's the name?
Storvald's
magical conch shell.
Giant. I got another conch! I got 2 fire giant cocks and a frost giant cock and another storm.
And this one's from a king, so...
Right.
Well, they all come from a king. I'll bet you that Duke Zalto has one of his own.
Right.
Oh yeah, I was kind of referring to the...
So are there more glyphs, and does each device bring you to a specific spot that device goes to, or do they all go to the same spot?
Oh no, this is the summoning room. Everyone appears here. You are now guests of the Storm Court. They bow to you and say, welcome. You will need to be...
Is everyone's device a conch?
Well, yes. Hecaton created them centuries ago.
Okay, I was just asking.
Okay.
You will be presented to the Storm Court. Do you have anything? Do you need to relieve yourselves or clean up before we present you to court?
I should wash my face.
Why'd they ask? Do I not look good or what? Like, I should have framed my beard.
So this is why we have prestidigitation for
there
all
you
my
go.
friends.
All right. Describe to me how you're going to prestidigitize them.
All right. So I can do 2 things at once. All right. Minor illusion because it's not concentration. We're just going to put up a little curtain for everybody.
Thank you.
Excellent.
And
Gotta
then-
have my privacy.
And then move the minor illusion curtain from person to person and clean up, especially you, my little urchin.
And give me a perception check real quick, Lenora.
Oh. We're not doing anything obscene. Yeah, no.
All right. All right.
Okay.
All right.
So you clean up everybody. You're all.
Sort insults there. I didn't mean to.
I wear my handsomest cloak.
Okay.
And I put some braids in my beard, looking good.
Okay. They lead you.
I put
I'm
my
not gonna.
roommate outfit on.
Under the sea.
All right. You are wearing a blue, for all intents and purposes, latex mermaid outfit.
Wait, if you're gonna do that, I want to take off my shirt. I want to take off my shirt, and then I want it to be kind of like.
Wait.
In court. I'm trying to look fashionable.
I know, but I want to look like a mermaid too.
Aww.
Both of you give me insight checks.
Ah! I crit.
Yeah, maybe don't take off your shirt when going to court.
I got a 10. I will also still wear my shirt.
You will.
Good thing we're insightful today.
Yep. Your DC was pretty low because it literally is you're going to meet the most powerful king or court you've ever
Right.
heard
I'm just
of.
wearing what I think fancy people in the storm world wear.
Yeah, and all
Right.
the more reason to show off my ripped abs.
And by the way, these giants they're just they're wearing regular street clothes and plate mail armor over them. They just look to be wearing breeches and a tunic.
I'm just thinking
But they're
about,
guards, right? So
Right.
tiny little people showing off their abs to these giants.
Tiny little grain of rice abs.
They're my abs. We're like hamsters to them.
you kind of are.
And my one ab muscle.
All right, I'm not going to draw this on the map right now because they're taking you another level. If things play out a certain way and you are either imprisoned or treated as honored guests, then we will start dealing with the map.
There's no gray area there. It's just one or the other.
Oh, there's other things that can happen besides those two choices. But if those two things happen, then we will deal with the map.
No, we're gonna be fine because we're gonna be respectful because we need information.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
You're gonna be respectful, all right?
Behavior. I'm not sure about the rest of us.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, I'm gonna try and be on good behavior.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I'll try
All
to
right.
stop Fenmore from nabbing
Taking
any
you up
pearls
I
we
am
have
going
down
to
here.
be perfect.
Sure, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So good.
Mm-hmm.
So one of them says, please follow me. I'll lead the way to the Great Hall. And the other one is getting behind all of you and following the procession. So
Okay.
Hey, Bear,
Procession of
go first
hamsters.
since you're holding the conch, and then I will go last, just so our party is insulated in case something happens. Like I don't expect it to, but just in case.
Sure.
So
All right.
Lenora has decent persuasion.
You
But-
should go second then.
I have +7 in persuasion.
Okay.
Well, +8 today because of the blessing.
Do you both
So
have
probably-
both +7 and 8?
Yeah, your persuasion's better than mine.
Okay.
Paladins, right?
Performance is also +7.
Well, I'm a warlock. I chose deception instead.
Fair
There you
enough.
go. Well, that's good because you'll talk when deception is required, and I guess Bearfire will talk when persuasion is required.
Perfect.
All
do it.
right. So that said, you are led across the hall and to a giant circular staircase, and on the right-hand side, like on the outside of the circular staircase, is a tiny little staircase just for small folk that has like 6 steps, one for each giant step.
Oh, that's so cute.
That's
And as
nice
you-
that they accommodated us. See, look, ADA accessible.
Yes.
There you go.
That's the DEI in action.
I mean, humans aren't the only small folk, right? There's lots of
Right.
everyone is small folk to giants. So if
True.
they ever expect anyone to show up in their court. Now, all that said, eventually you're led to a huge. They look like clamshells. It's a doorway that looks like clamshells, but 30 feet tall. The guard says, "Please hold here. I have to go in and make sure that Sarissa can receive you, and then we'll go from there."
You said Sarissa?
Sarissa.
Ooh. Is that a girl? Do we?
Are you
gonna be a-
asking?
No. I was just saying, does that sound like a lady king? Because I
I
like
didn't spell
that.
that.
Serissa.
Sarissa.
When he cracks the door to step inside, you hear this unearthly, otherworldly music floating out. And then he closes the door behind him. And you are left standing in the hallway with one of the storm giant guards. Is there anything you guys want to do while the next 10 minutes pass very uncomfortably while he just looks down at you?
I'm a
Like we could
Shazam
ask
that.
him questions.
I'm a Shazam that tune Find it, put it on my playlist.
I could just imagine standing in this alcove, you know, like waiting on them to receive us. I could just imagine like there's elevator music, like the girl from Ipanema.
Right?
Yep, girl from Ipanema. Do, 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 do.
Should we ask him questions like who is Sarissa and what should we expect in
Yeah.
court? And is there anything we shouldn't do to make sure we don't offend anyone?
That's a good idea. At
Yeah.
least, yeah.
What do we know about giants? And
Who's asking?
polite.
Maybe Rocky should, because Rocky can like speak the native
giant?
language.
I could ask him in giant maybe.
Yeah, which feels more like connected. I don't know.
Well, I mean, if that happens, though, you guys
then
won't be able to
everyone will
participate
know.
in the conversation because
Okay,
you
so
have to
I
always
will
go
ask
through
him
Rocky.
in common.
Okay.
Who is Sarissa, and is there anything we should know about her?
Sarissa is our liege right now. She is Hecaton's youngest daughter.
Cool.
How is she the liege because she's the youngest daughter, or is she in an elected position?
Give me a persuasion check.
Why do I have to persuade him to tell me that?
It's just a question.
Politics. Like you're
I got
literally
one.
asking. You're asking a guard. Yeah. He just looks and he's like, no, not answering that one.
Boo.
You're asking a guard
Boo.
to step his foot in like courtly politics is what you're doing.
No, do you pick the leader among the people, or is it just inherited? That's not really a politics question. That's just a succession question.
Hecaton chose his youngest daughter to
Okay,
succeed.
that's cool. Do you like her?
No, he's
Is
not
she
gonna
nice?
answer that.
Of course, everyone loves Queen Sarissa.
Great, I love that. Is there anything that we should know not to do so we don't offend her by accident?
Just be respectful as you would to royalty.
Okay.
Is her title Your Majesty?
I gotta figure out exactly what we're calling her.
Her Highnessa.
Yeah, exactly.
Her Sarissine. No, Serene Highness is royal.
Your Majesty, Your Highness.
The heir apparent.
My liege.
Most
heir.
powerful.
You can't say hello, heir apparent. That sounds weird. Like, how do her
It does.
services
It does
get-
very
I mean, regardless of whether she has been crowned or not, she is a princess at the very least.
Okay, so we're calling her Princess Sarissa?
Or Your Majesty. I believe it's
Your Majesty is fine.
Okay.
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 All right. Anything else you want to ask before the other guard comes back?
Can we ask how old she is? That doesn't really matter, right?
Not really.
I mean, when I say 300, is that going to mean anything to you?
Sure.
Right.
She's
But 300 out of what?
Right.
True.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, either way. I guess we're good now.
Okay. The door cracks open and the first storm giant comes out and whispers something to the other storm giant. Would anyone like to try to listen in? Actually,
Yes.
Rocky's
All
the
of
only one.
us.
I'm the only one who can listen.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're the only one
shit.
who's Rocky's the only
Shit.
one who's going to understand. Give me
Damn
a
it.
perception check.
Come on, perception. Be better than
One perception.
persuasion. +1 on your
Oh.
perception.
Okay, 22.
Wait, no,
ju-
that
it's
for
just Rocky because Lenora's not going to understand giant.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought it was
That's
a
okay.
visual thing.
Damn, too bad. That was a good roll.
18
Yes!
plus 1 is 19.
Is it enough?
Yes. So, what Rocky hears is, sure, Sarissa's granted the audience, but Storvald's in there. He's arguing with Zalto right now. Do you want to take them in?
Wait, the Fire Giant King and the Frost Giant King are in there?
The first one looks down at you and says, well, Sarissa's granted the audience. You ready?
Hold on. I'm gonna huddle with my friends for a second. Hey, you
Take
guys,
some time because
prepare-
the giants are looking like they don't really want to be involved in this either.
I'm huddling for 5 seconds with my friends. We'll be
Okay,
right
what-
with you.
What's going on?
The Fire Giant King and the Frost Giant King, whose conch we stole, are in that room right now. I don't.
Shit.
They don't know it was us, or obviously, because Storvold never saw us. But we absolutely got here with his conch shell, so he's gonna figure it out.
Well, murdering guests within somebody else's house is generally considered bad form.
So we might be safe just as we're
Lenora,
guests.
what do you think we should do?
I'm more worried about Sarah. I'll use message. I'm more worried about Sarah delivering an Eldritch Blast to Zalto's forehead than anything else.
Did Sarah hear me say that? Because maybe we don't tell Sarah that that's who that
That
is.
would be an abuse of her trust.
She was there. I mean, she's standing there with you.
Okay.
So
She
I
says,
think-
I'm not stupid. I'm not going to do something like that.
Okay.
Okay.
That we'd all die.
Okay.
Right.
I just wanted to make sure that you'd be able to contain your absolutely righteous wrath. There will be a time, there will be a place. I will make it happen. Today is
She
not
nods at you and says, "Daggers in the dark are always better."
Ah,
Revenge
smart girl.
is a dish best served cold.
With olives.
Crumbling of feta cheese, but
Yes.
Yes.
Yum yum yum.
But yes,
Revenge is clearly Mediterranean.
revenge when they never see it coming.
Okay. Either way, I guess we're
Okay.
just gonna go in with them and hope for the
Wait,
best.
can I shrink the conch shell to fit into my pocket? Because that other guy made it bigger.
Ooh.
Could I, like, can I magically will it to, like, I don't know, like, push on it?
Give me an Arcana check.
Okay.
I mean, the main thing is both of those people already know that it's Storvald's, and
14.
they could have already told Storvald and Sarissa, so we don't know.
Okay, that's true.
So I don't think hiding the conch shell is going to do much.
Well, I wanted to keep it, but yeah, you're right. Maybe we say we actually found it and we are here. We're looking to return it, and so we blew
That's
on
a
it
good
thinking,
story.
Yeah,
That
we
we-
blew on it thinking this is who it belonged to. So we
Right,
don't know.
we saved it from marauders.
Yes!
Who are definitely not us.
Yes, we
came
did.
across them, and they were murderous marauders, and so we're gonna have blown on it to have brought it back to its rightful
To its rightful
owner.
owner, because it seemed very powerful.
Hopefully, there's a
I'm-
reward.
Done.
Both of you
Yes.
give me insight checks. Your
Award.
DC is 10.
I have no insight.
Oh my god! Can I use my inspiration?
You may.
I have to.
I got an 18.
Oh,
All right,
okay,
you-
Rocky. Rocky, so, okay.
You broke into Storvold's keep, freed a white dragon, and killed a bunch of his people.
Right, but nobody alive saw
Nobody
us.
alive saw us.
What about the wizard that ran away?
The
Right, but
wizard
that's
would
not
not have
Storvald.
ratted us out like a little bitch. Snitches.
Unless he's an
Snitches.
artist, he's not going to know what we look like.
Yes, he would. He saw all
The
of
other
us
thing,
black
the reason
But
that
he wouldn't
insight
have
check,
ratted on us.
the
Right,
reason for
but-
that insight check was I have told, it has been imparted to the party on multiple occasions that storm giants are very accomplished wizards. It's not like they won't use telepathy on you.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh. But I'm so good at deception.
I'm not.
I mean, persuasion, not deception. I'm deception too, but
The part of that 18 roll, Rocky, is like you need to maybe not lie so much and maybe not do something that gets you where you're going to be in a situation where they're going to delve into your mind.
they're gonna
Right,
put us
okay,
in a
let's not do
dungeon if
that.
they find out
Okay,
that we
so-
stole the conch shell.
Maybe no one will ask about it.
Okay.
I'll hide it again in my bag of withholding.
Listen,
Uh,
okay, perfect.
Everybody give me a religion check.
Religion.
Okay.
That's an interesting.
And I just
choice.
want to remind everyone I'm very persuasive and I'm pretty good at deception, so
I
We
got
should be
a
fine.
14, but a 15 because we're blessed.
I got an 8. suck at religion, apparently.
I
Even
think
though
I got
I'm
a 13. Yep, I do.
Lenora,
Even though
religion.
I'm a paladin.
Okay.
Even though I'm a paladin, I still somehow suck at religion.
Yeah, no. Okay, I'm not rolling so good today.
All right, this one is for Rocky. Rocky has a flash of brilliance.
Wow,
Hey.
good job.
We were blessed. What if we just say Anam made us do it all, and we did it in service of Anam?
Right. I
Oh,
like that. Yes, I
fuck
definitely
yeah.
said that. I'm so,
So
smart. on that.
smart, yes.
We restored that sword to the temple of the All-Father.
Yes.
Yes.
His blessing, which he had requested from us via his avatar. We did. That was the instigating event. It wasn't to fuck over him. It was because the All-Father told us to do it.
Yes.
And we didn't keep the sword for ourselves. We took it to the All-Father and put it exactly where he told us.
I love it.
Fenmore, give me a perception check.
Okay.
And all of that's true.
Yeah, it's not untrue.
Go. My dice is rolling really slow.
Yeah, I
for
know.
some
It's okay.
reason.
It's all right.
Okay.
Slow dice.
Come on.
Very slow
One moment, honey buns.
dice.
Come on.
Now.
Come on. 15?
You know what? I think that's fine. You actually.
Yay!
Did we lose Anna?
Oh. Where'd they go?
I
Okay.
think they just had to turn off their camera for a second.
Yes,
So
sorry.
that's
I
okay.
did.
It's all right.
I'm gonna keep it off real quick until my child is done running around behind me.
That's fine. It's all good.
Yes.
All right. So what you see, by the way, while you're all having this discussion, since you're being a little quieter than everybody else, the two giant guards are they're blatantly listening in, and
Oh,
they're just
God.
like,
I know.
and they're not reacting though. You get the sense that they deal with politics all the time, and that this is just another bullshit political thing to them.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Phew.
But also, shouldn't we have put some kind of silent spell on us? Come on, guys.
Probably should have.
Why didn't we?
No,
think
we
of
could
that?
talk to each other. If we had silence on us, and
Yeah.
then I used message, we could talk.
Okay. Well, next time, at least we didn't use any spell slots in case we get to the dungeon and we have to escape.
Hannah, are you supposed to be gone?
Yeah.
For now.
Yes, my daughter's running around behind me, and I
Yep.
won't put her on live.
Yeah,
that's
no,
fine.
that's a
I
bad
was
idea. You
like,
don't
wait,
want
you
to do that.
disappeared.
Yep. Yep. Mhm.
I'll do
We're
that until you get
We're
back. There you
censoring
go.
the under 18s over here.
All right. So, are we ready to go in?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should we do our break first and then go in?
Yeah. I would
Oh
like
yeah,
to
it's
get
not.
some
Yeah,
coffee,
let us take a little couple of minute water
Final
and
break.
feeding break, and we'll be back in 5 with their presentation at court. So hold tight, folks. We'll be right back.
Let's do it.
And one of them will, as a favor to Dragomir, teleport you to and from Saltmarsh, should you wish to go.
And if you twerk, we twerk, they twerk.
Could
We
not
all
have
twerk.
said it better. Is that Proverbs? Or like, do you want to cite?
That's
I think it
Pogo
was the
Sticks
Bible
book 2.
verse.
And he probably has his badge on still, like, you know.
It's a Chippendales sheriff dance.
Yes.
Well, you could just use the bag to badge to like cover the naughty stuff.
It's glasses, loincloth, badges foreign.
I don't know how big this badge is, but I think that's a tall order.
I feel like Tenzin should have a really big badge.
Such a big badge.
Welcome to our shit show, friends.
There's some S&M chaff, so I yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, I mean, I'm like,
all kinds, baby.
wow. Okay. Cool.
Present
So
day.
saying assless is just redundant.
Yeah, but saying assless, you wanna emphasize the fact that you're all cheeked up on a Tuesday when you're wearing them.
I'm trying to watch our Twitch stream, but I just kept seeing this ass of really bomb looking. Did I say it wrong? Our tit stream, our
a little
Twitch
bit
stream.
maybe.
Well,
you
you know
guys.
what? When it comes to me, this is the exception. So like, get on my level. Second of all I keep seeing is this bomb ass chicken sandwich ad that looks so good, and I want to eat it.
The magic lube is made in the swamp, and it's normally like pure and holy or whatever, but occasionally when somebody gets murdered in there, it turns evil.
Is it sticky?
It's probably sticky.
I mean, it's a little bit sticky. It came from a kid.
Jam hands, man. I'm not. Look, I want to look at the book, but I don't want to touch it until we can wipe off the
I'm
most
gonna
likely
press
jam.
to digitize the jam and stickies off of it.
But it is gorgeous. It's one of the most beautiful and moving things you've ever seen. Most people don't get to see a drow civilization.
Well, that's beautiful and fascinating, but also kind of dangerous. Anybody else want to take a look before we start doing the dynamite thing?
Can I stealth myself as well? Can I roll stealth? Just because why not?
Well, I mean, you gotta do something. You can't just, hey, I'm stealthy, right? What are you trying to do stealthily?
Just be super hot and stealthy. Like I want everybody to see how hot and stealthy I am. It's so stealthy of me.
Does she keep saying they're looking for a magic cock?
She's already got Eric. I don't know what she's looking for. Like, babe, fucking come dance with who you came with.
Dee Dee, are you hearing that correctly too?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're saying cock. I want to say they mean conch, but I'm really not. I hope they mean conch, but like also they mean cock.
I mean,
That's fine too.
I mean, to each their own, sure. But I guess they're looking for a magic one?
Oh, it's definitely got to be magic. You know, why look for one if it's not? I mean, either way, if it's a cock or a conch, why look for one if it's not magic? That is.
Chat about how we can simultaneously take her out and convince Dryland to go into a back room with us for a private business meeting, which may or may not result in him tied up to a chair.
It sounds I'm gonna give him a lap dance.
That might be ultimately the plan, yes.
We've had experiences where some of our clientele have gotten a little bit too handsy. So we've actually introduced a little bit of a fun experience where you surrender yourself to the Dragonborn and the Dragonborn surrenders something to you. So I'm going to just very gently, it's just playful. I'm just gonna just hold your wrists and your ankles down. You can tap out. The safe word is Neverwinter, but it's just a little bit of a fun thing.
I'm really sad the butthole collapsed. Never good when the butthole collapses.
Do they have
Alright.
little chaps on?
No, they are not. You get the squirrel now. Do they have little chaps
I
on?
don't even know if they have asses.
Probably Klaka of some kind.
Asses are relative.
Your magical physiologies professor could tell you.
We will ask.
Here?
You pests of butts.
Yeah, but where does the poop come from?
I mean, it's got a something. Does it have enough of a cheek for it to be considered an ass?
The cheek makes the ass.
I don't have an answer. I mean, you could dissect one, I guess.
Perhaps they're not all cheeked up on a Tuesday.
Oh gosh, this little dude is Volo, and he wants to talk to you. You got some time?
Hi, Bolo. You need some dicks?
Like, I'm really ready for a meet cute with a romanticore. I feel like I've earned it.
Oh boy. Ranta will kind of lean over to Dee Dee and say, "We have a group of manticores up ahead."
Oh yeah, I think the ranger wants to fuck one of them. Not one. I mean, not anyone. Not just one.
Not one, all of them. Got it.
Like, I'm Piranha starts swaying, getting into it, just sort of
Twerking?
swaying with the music too.
Twerking.
Gently twerking, like not like hardcore twerking, not like trying to earn some extra platinum twerking, but
Gently
like
twerking.
Just gentle twerking, just sort of like I'm feeling your vibe twerking.
Oh my god.
I can take them if I can be potion bitch.
Yeah. I feel like you've kind of needed the potions the most so far. So yeah, that's a good idea.
Because it's my fault if they don't finish.
It's always your fault. Everything is your fault.
It's always the man's fault if women don't finish stuff.
She has a point.
She does have a point. I'm not going to fight that one because there's no way for me to win that one.
Nope, you're a little bit outnumbered.
Back. Here we are.
Damn it!
What?
What?
Did we come back just in time for you to get something up your nose?
No, I splooged grapefruit all over myself.
Oh no!
Oh, no. I mean,
I'm
splooging
gonna
is
be
a thing.
Sticky.
Aw.
Ew.
Let me
It's
turn off
sour.
the-
Oh, wait, my
I
icon
gotcha.
is
Yep,
over
there
my.
you go.
Awesome.
I used it while you were off.
Yeah, that's actually smart.
Uh,
Very smart.
Did everyone notice the background I chose for tonight, which was a maelstrom of purple clouds?
It's very
Yeah,
nice.
I did like it a lot.
Yeah.
So,
I actually wish you could see more of the background, but then.
well, there you go. So, are we ready?
Yep.
Ready.
Okay. They both step forward, open the doors, and beyond the doors is a monstrously huge chamber. It is it would be big even for storm giants, right? It is, the ceiling is easily 150 feet up. The walls are, and it's all made of this glowing light blue coral. There are windows, obviously magical windows, that look out onto blackness beyond. And, as you're walking in, you sort of see giant, giant deep sea things floating by outside the windows.
In the blackness?
In the blackness. You can see them. They sort of rub up against the window every now and again. Huge sharks and whales. For some reason, they seem to be circling the court of the Storm King. All that said, there are maybe 100 people in attendance. You look around the room, and here's what the music was coming from. So there are two storm giants in front of one of the windows playing what looks to be a maybe 50-foot wide giant crab that's sort of scuttling around, and it has like chimes and wind flutes coming up out of it.
Awesome!
Like the thing from Moana?
Like Moana, yeah.
There you go.
I'm so shiny.
The music stops as the two women playing one of them was singing and the other one was playing, as they stop to look at you. And before they even say anything, you notice around this room there are maybe 15 storm giants, a dozen or so fire giants. There are probably 12 or 13 frost giants surrounding, who can only be Storvald.
Jesus Christ.
There are stone giants. You've not met any of them. They're about 20 feet tall, and their skin looks like it's made of stone. They don't wear clothing at all. They just wear loincloths with stone skin, and their eyes are pure black. No pupils, no nothing. Their eyes are just
I bet
black.
they'd be interested in my 8-pack, my hard and stone ripped abs.
And then there are some hill giants.
You could be in here without a shirt. You made it sound like it would be disrespectful to be shirtless. Oh my god!
I love that's exactly what you said around. You're like, I could have not worn a shirt too.
Yes, and then you guys could be seeing my rock hard abs.
Oh my god.
Okay. Jesus Christ. Now we know.
Lord.
I got ripped off.
All right. So, by the way, you can see a familial resemblance between the two performing storm giants. And one of the storm giants whispers down. Those are Mirren and Nim. They're Sarissa's older sisters.
Ooh.
You should treat them with the utmost respect. And then they just sort of announce, what are your names, by the way?
Hold on, wait, what are their names? Something in Nim?
Mirren, Mirran, and Nym, Nym.
Thank you.
Okay, for me as a fellow singer / performer, I am obviously in awe of the beauty of the women of these lands and the fact that they're so talented. That's it. That's all I had to say.
So,
do
you have any... one of them kicks you. It's like, do you have any special titles to be announced?
The most amazing and glorious Fenmore. Please.
Yes.
Anyone else?
I'm Her Serene Highness.
Favored.
What are you queen of?
Whatever my mother's tribe is that I'm forgetting.
Oh yeah, I mean Rocky is legitimately a princess, right?
I mean, not legitimately, but we're going with it.
Yeah.
What was my mother's tribe again?
The Reghed, Reghed, and the Uthgard was your father's tribe.
Spell that again. Reg.
Hed.
I want to say that
And my dad was Nutsack. What?
Of the Uthgard. Chief of the Uthgard.
Chief of the Uthgard.
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 I Bearvire am the singer-songwriter of the Ballad of Harshnag, which has gone viral, and I'm pretty sure everybody in the room knows it, so they're gonna know who I am. Probably. Hopefully. If Seth is in a giving mood. Please.
Alright.
Please let me be famous. So they can introduce me as the
Alright, so here's
singer-songwriter of the
I have
Ballad of
title.
Harshnag.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have Lenora and Sarah, favored souls and emissaries of the Raven Queen.
There you go.
Whoa, damn, that's good.
Yeah.
I want to be a favored soul now. Shit.
All right, so here's what I've got. Here's how they announce you then. They begin with the most fabulous Fenmore.
I clap a little.
No one else in the room claps.
I clap.
Bearvire, the most excellent bard and minstrel.
Who wrote the Ballad of Harshnag? I bow.
Again.
Message her. Look dark and mysterious when they announce us. Very dark.
Third, they announce Rocky, scion of the Uthgard and Reghed tribes. And then finally, Lenora and Sarah, most favored souls and emissaries of the Raven Queen. At that, Mirren and Nym actually pay attention to you. One of them, the taller of the two, the one who was singing, steps forward and says, "Why are you here, you people?"
I immediately tell her your voice was like the singer, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Was like the music of the soul, and angels could not compare to your beauty and grace. And I just must say, as a fellow singer, I've never heard such an incredible voice in my whole life, and I'm trying to be flirty.
You're flirting. You are 7 feet tall, flirting with a 30-foot tall woman. Okay.
Hell yeah, I am.
Yes.
I got rock hard abs under this shirt. Somebody told me to keep my shirt on, so I can't show them.
All right, your DC is 22. Give me a persuasion check.
Okay, guys,
What
cross
are
your
you
fingers.
doing?
Cross
Look
your
at your
fingers.
abs.
Boop.
Hold on.
Boop.
Come on, boop me, yeah. Oh shit. Can I? Oh wait, with the boop.
All right, you got to get a 2. You got to no, you got to get 3. So you have
Okay,
a 50-50 shot. So
I mean,
roll a
are you
d4.
blessed or don't you get one
I'm
more
at
anyway?
20. Now I roll a d4.
Yeah, you roll a d4, and you do get the +1. So you got to roll a 1 or a 2.
Come on. Come on. Yes!
All right.
Yes! I knew my charm could not be denied.
You have not seduced Mirren. You have merely convinced her not to, like, stomp on you.
Perfect. That's all a man needs in this world, okay?
Perhaps I should speak.
Yeah, let's
Slightly
go with that.
flattered by my
Again, why are you here, please?
We are here at the behest of the Allfather, Anam.
All right, at that point, I'm not even gonna. You don't even have to make perception checks. The room goes silent. Choose your next words carefully, small person.
We have been told to
The
seek
Hecaton is missing?
and find Hecaton, if we can.
All right, just Lenora, give me a perception check.
Like, we hope we're here to help.
Oh! Can
Okay.
I my inspiration for the and
Yeah, you may.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna try one more time. That was bad. Oh!
There you go.
Yes!
That was my one inspiration for the night.
Mirren and Nim share a look, and they look worried when you say that.
Maybe they did something to Hecaton.
Why has Anam sent you here? Mirren says.
We need to
sought
find
answers.
Hecaton.
We sought answers at the Temple of the Allfather.
Is this something we should speak about in private with them, and maybe not in front of all of the 100 people standing there?
Yep.
This is our court. You will speak to us where we choose to have you speak to us. Why has Anam sent you here?
We sought his blessing and his advice at his temple near the spine of the world to learn why
The giants were at war.
are fighting and bringing suffering to the small folk. And this is the answer he gave us.
The Allfather commanded you come here?
He commanded us to seek out where Hecaton, seek out the king of the giants, and that led us here to where he disappeared from.
At that, one of the storm giants standing off to the side, this guy is an older, obviously older, like, you know, if Baravire were a storm giant wearing plate mail armor, that's kind of what this guy would look like. And he says,
So hot.
Hot.
Oh my god. There you go.
Very hot.
Lord.
He looks so hot. Is he wearing your shirt or not, though? We need to be very clear here.
He is definitely wearing a shirt. He is wearing very fine plate mail.
Oh, okay. Fair.
So many shirts.
Damn it.
He looks around the room and says, this deserves an audience with Sarissa, Mirren. The sisters are looking back and forth, and they say, well, Imperator Uther, why would we bother her with something like this from small folk?
I'm going to try and use my persuasion to say we would very much like to speak with Sarissa because this could be imperative to our mission from the Allfather.
Give me that persuasion check and make it with advantage as Imperator Uthor walks across the room in his heavy plate mail armor and stands next to you.
Oh, shit. I'm not very good at
A
this.
3 and a 6, huh? 13?
14 if you add my blessing.
14 if you
Do I
add the
get
blessing. If you boop her, Baravire will succeed. I'm just going to assume you're going to... Your DC is 15.
Okay.
So you cast...
Right there.
So literally, the only reason you have just been able to convince Mirren to allow this audience is because you have the blessing of the Allfather and you've been booped by Lenora.
And I got booped
So,
by Lenora! Woo!
There you go.
Well, our mistress commands to find that which is lost and forgotten.
She is in with her advisor now. Fine. We'll escort you in. Imperator Uthor says, I will come with you. So you've got a storm giant flanking you, and Mirren and Nim are leading you to a very large door on the, I guess, east side of the room. Is anybody doing anything else? As the entire crowd is silent, dead silent. As soon as you drop the Allfather's name, all attention is on you.
Act regal and mysterious.
I love attention, so I am just eating this up. I mean, I could also do, I'm very performative, right? So, I don't know, Bearvite's really not doing anything except reminding, maybe I should remind everyone that I did write that viral hit.
The viral hit,
version.
3,000 feet under the sea. Yes.
I was.
It's viral.
So, do your best Bene Gesserit impression. Just go for it.
Yeah. I can't do it.
I'm sorry. I know that was wrong universe, but it seems like the vibe we're going for.
All right. The door is opened by Nim and Mirren, and the room beyond is it looks like an amphitheater, right?
Oh,
There's
before
stone
we
bleachers.
left, I nodded at all of the ladies. All of them.
Alrighty then.
And the hot men.
So we basically nodded
Only-
at everyone.
Only the hot ones, yeah.
All right.
Exactly like that.
So Maelstrom's throne room, it looks like an amphitheater. There's stone bleachers that overlook an oblong chamber with a 50-foot, what looks to be, a pool of seawater, right? Sitting in the middle of the room. Let's see. In the middle of the bleachers, there's an archway with two doors. Okay. Facing the pool and the doors, so you walk in and you're going down these steps towards the pool. Sitting on a raised dais with a huge window behind them are three thrones. Okay. The middle one, I need Lenora to give me an Arcana check.
Okay. Thor.
18.
Yes.
You have heard this. This is probably one of the most legendary artifacts in Faerun. The throne that a slight, looks like to be 13 or 14 years old if they were human, storm giant is sitting on, is the Worm Skull Throne. It is an artifact from before the breaking of the world, when giants and dragons ruled the world. It is probably one of the 10 most powerful magical artifacts you've ever heard about in your life. She is sitting on this throne. It is carved from a solid chunk of obsidian and has 4 blue dragon skulls affixed to the base, and and it floats a 1.5 feet off the floor. She is sitting on this throne. On the left and the right are 2 small coral thrones made of giant seashells. Standing next to her is the most beautiful storm giant woman you have ever seen. With no armor, plunging V dress.
Tell me more.
And Mirren and Nim step forward and say, Sarissa, these small folk are here to speak with you and Imrith.
Hello, ma'am.
I bow deeply and then get on my knee.
Wait,
because I am
Imrith
in
is the
such awe
teenager?
of beauty.
Imrith is the beautiful storm giant woman.
Imrinth is a blue dragon.
Never mind. I thought we were.
Are you
Sarissa.
saying that out loud?
No.
No, although
I'm sorry. I'm confused now.
Hold on.
This is very much a. You have 6 fingers in your right hand. Someone was looking for you.
Right, 100%. Very much as the 6-fingered man.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm confused. I don't remember who is who anymore. So
Okay, hold on a second. We need to have
All right, we're gonna get out of character for a second and have a discussion as players, not as characters. So go ahead.
Yeah. So Let me see. Clouth is our red dragon patron who's been loaning us stuff out of the goodness of his
boat.
red dragon heart.
Okay.
He has asked of us that if we have an opportunity, we should find a blue dragon named Imrith who took his eye and has now turned it into some sort of magic pendant. And if we would be so kind, please dispatch her and bring back his eye. It should be fairly easy to find in the magic item that has been stowed in.
Okay.
Well, dragons can shapeshift. And now standing before us is a giant blue giant.
The giant blue giant. Yes, okay.
Who is almost undoubtedly the blue dragon that took Klaus's eye.
Okay.
What we don't know is if Sarissa knows if Imrith is a dragon or not.
And is Sarissa next to her then?
Yes.
Sarissa is sitting on the worm skull throne. Imrith is standing next to Sarissa with her hand on the corner of the throne.
Okay.
Just as a reminder, Rocky, Imrith is also the blue dragon that killed Harshnag.
Right.
Oh my god. Okay, so
husband murderer.
Because I am smart, I bow to Sarissa and I ignore the most spectacularly beautiful woman and I pretend she doesn't exist.
Hold on a second.
So what you're saying is we're getting real death by snoo vibes here.
But
Definitely.
hold on, back to the description of the... Sarissa is sitting on this worm skull throne that has blue dragons on it?
It has blue dragon skulls around the base. It sits on them.
But so why would
Imrith? Oh, Imrith is gonna take revenge. We're gonna get Imrith killed by telling Sarissa she's in trouble. I can't wait. This is great. Okay, let's keep going.
All right, so we're gonna get back in character now. Tell me what your characters are doing. So I know that Baravire is kneeling. What is Lenora doing, and Sarah?
Giving a courtly bow.
All right.
I am curtsying in my mermaid latex outfit.
I forgot you were wearing that.
Fenmore?
I'm so jealous.
I am just standing very regally. Proudly. I am very proud. I'm trying to exude confidence and that I am not absolutely out of my element right
Give me a performance check, and it'll be funny if you fail. I won't do anything bad to you. I'll do something funny
I
for
will
you.
do a performance check. Go, wait.
Get
no,
a
I don't wanna
boop
do that.
and +1.
It is rolling so slow.
Hashtag-
It's killing
hashtag
me.
okay.
Oh god, it's 2. Wait, no. It's 14?
14? Okay.
Still wiggling.
It's still wiggling.
14.
All right, 14. All right.
Hey!
Your parrot is about to say something for the first time, and you actually manage to catch it and close its mouth before it says something stupid.
Now it's not the time, crackers.
All right. Sarissa looks at you and says, well, greetings. Come forward, and welcome to my court. How can I help you? She is, if you want to give me an insight check, feel free. She seems to be very warm and welcoming to the small folk.
Do we get any insight on the attitude of Imrith to us? Can we infer anything? Yet?
You could absolutely give me an insight check for Imrith. That's going to be a DC 21, and for Sarissa, it's going to be a DC 11.
I got
Is it insight?
Yeah.
Well, I got a 2, so I got a 3.
All's good here.
Everything's fine. We're definitely not going to get eaten.
All right. So yes, tell me why are you here?
I don't know what to say because
We don't want to say that stuff in front of Imrith, right?
right. It's like, is it possible for us to speak in private?
Well, anything you can say, you can certainly say in front of my sisters and my closest advisors, Imrith and Uthor.
Could we talk to you in front of Uthor? Not, let me try to figure out. I tried to persuade her with really, really eloquent words some reason why it has to be just her and Uthor, I want to use my persuasion. I don't know how to say that.
Okay. All right. Give me a DC 22 persuasion check, and I'm gonna make a check here for
Damn.
Imrith.
Oh wait, 18? 19? Do I get a boop? Did I get
Yeah,
a
she got a boop, so you're at 19. So go ahead. You got to get a 3.
Come on, 3.
Oh,
come on.
I completely forgot. I
1.
put this on my phone. This is now a generational thing. I have been presented at court, and my great grandmother, Dorothy, was presented at court.
I love it.
She was presented to King George III.
That's fucking awesome, dude.
Holy cow!
No, sorry, King George V and Queen Mary at the last court of St. James in 1930.
I love that shit.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing!
That's cool as hell. And of course, you have been presented at court in your latex mermaid outfit. So
Right, 100%, exactly the same. That lady had a giant hat, and I am wearing latex.
I'm gonna try to persuade once more since I have a
not that
extra-
once
in
it-
my whatever it's called.
Once is all you get with the persuasion
Insight,
check.
or
And
whatever it's called. Or
we're gonna
whatever-
go. Relax. Uthor steps forward and puts his hand on Rocky's and Baravire's shoulders and says, "Just tell the truth, small folk. Nothing. You're under the protection of the Storm Court."
Are we though?
We are looking for Hecaton.
So perhaps this requires a bit more background.
Sarissa looks at you and says, I'm also looking for my father. What do you know?"
Unfortunately, not much. We've been sent here by the All-Father to find him, and we were hoping that you would have more information.
Is this true? Have you been sent by the All-Father?
Yes.
She begins to cast a spell. Is anybody doing anything?
I'm watching intensely.
No, because we are honest. We're being
All right.
honest.
There is no deception intended here.
Nope.
All right. Around the entire room, in a round, it covers most of where you're all standing. These shimmering, almost aurora borealis, blue and green lights form in a circle. Lenora, you've probably seen this before. This is a zone of truth. Sarissa says, "You may not speak an untruth in this circle." Did the All-Father send you?
Yes.
Yes.
Why?
To find Hecaton.
Find Hecaton.
I also searched for my father, and to stop
the war between giants that is causing so much grief to the small folk.
it pains me to the core of my being that our ordning and the shattering thereof has hurt the small folk. I am truly sorry, and if there were anything I could do to help you and ease the suffering of the small folk, I would. She is also standing in the circle.
I say we appreciate that.
Yeah.
When was the last time you saw your father?
2 years ago.
Oh.
My
That's a
father...
long time. Well, for us.
My mother and I would often go to the whale bones and just talk to the small folk on the sea, on the coast. And we would just spend days there just telling stories and helping them mend their fishing ships. And it was some of the most wonderful times of my life. And the last time I saw my mother, she was headed to the whale bones, and apparently she was killed there by small folk.
Oh no! What?
How do you know?
She reaches into her pocket and hands you a golden goose coin. This was found near her body. The last time I saw my father, he left for the whale bones, seeking revenge on the small folk.
And that was 2 years ago. You haven't heard from him since.
Hold
have
on.
not.
So you think the goose coins are from the small people?
Well, it is human size. It's humanoid sized. Right?
Okay.
Right. 'Cause if it
These are
wasn't,
not. This
I-
is not
I'd
our
bring
currency.
giant
It is
wheels
something
in
from
my
your
pocket.
world. Go ahead, Brim. Sorry.
I'm trying to remember where the goose coin came from. Haven't
We
marked
have
it down.
3 of them.
I
You
can't
have-
remember.
You don't know where they came from. That's the point. You got to figure out.
Yeah.
Sarissa would like to know if you know where they come from.
We
do
don't,
not
but we have seen these before.
If you can find out where these come from, I believe you can find my father.
Okay.
We found one. We have found golden goose coins. I was given a golden goose coin by
I have 3.
a captain. We also found a golden goose coin in the shell, which brought us here. We do not know where they came from or how they are connected.
Sarah is tugging at your sleeve.
Yes, Sarah.
I think I've seen them before.
Please tell us.
The some of the not pirates, the merchants that used to come to the port would use them as gambling chips. I think they come from somewhere on the Sword Coast, a big city, a gambling house somewhere.
Would you
We
know
could
the
go
name of
find
the-
it.
I don't know the name. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Sarissa
It's called something
is.
like the golden goose.
I meant,
Yeah.
would you know it if you heard it?
I don't think so. I don't think they ever told me the name.
That's-
Sarissa is excited. This is probably, she says, quite frankly, this is the best clue I've had in a year. Would you help me find my father?
We will.
Yes. One more question. So, did you actually find your mother deceased, or did she just go missing?
We actually found her deceased.
I'm so sorry for your loss. I
And
was hoping
no
maybe she
resurrection
was still
magic would work on her. Somebody defiled her body.
Oh.
Her
Ooh.
soul is nowhere to be found. I cannot bring her back.
So, do we need to find her soul?
Do we need to find all of it? Squish it all back together?
My father can do that. I can't.
Okay.
I need everybody to give me perception checks, please.
Oh, wow.
21, 22.
Rocky with the perception tonight.
Come on.
What do I perceive?
Rocky, you notice, and I'm going to give you a chance to take an action. All right, but no one else, because no one else perceives this. Well, actually, hold on. Bearfire got a 22.
I'm
Yep.
still rolling 17.
All right, so everyone but Lenora will have a chance to take one action as this happens. You see Mirren and Nim edging closer to Imrith. All 3 of them are now outside the circle as Imrith snatches the scepter from the throne that Sarissa was holding and disappears as Mirren goes running towards the pool of water in the middle of the room, and Nim goes running towards the door. Uthor starts to run after Mirren, Nim, the one who's running towards the door. The last thing that happens before everything else happens, when Imrith snatched the scepter, Sarissa collapsed to the ground.
Oh.
So now I'm going to go around in a circle and see what folks are going to do. Who rolled highest? 22? What is Bearfire going to do?
Shit. What would someone with actual perception do? Because the player does not have that level of perception.
Yeah, all of this is happening like all at once. There's so much going on in this room, right? You could run after Nim with Uthor. You could dive towards the water with Mirren. You could go and see what happened to Sarissa.
My character would definitely go towards the woman, unless he felt that. So is someone going in through water, like?
Yeah. So, Mirren is running towards the water in the middle of the room, like she's about to dive into it.
Shit.
This is your chance.
Women or leaping into action. That's
Right. So two of the sisters, basically, one sister is running for the door, the other one's running for the pool of water, and it looks like Imrith has snatched the scepter and disappeared.
okay. I have to think about it because I don't really know what I would
All right.
do.
Hold your action, and then we'll come back. What is Rocky doing?
Rocky is going to yell out loud, "Hey, Baravire, since you have healing properties, you should go look at the queen."
Of course I should. That's
make
exactly
sure
what I
that
do.
she's okay.
I think
Okay.
that's a fine action.
And of course I love women, so I gotta go make sure that, the beautiful...
It's just
Remember-
more like if there's any healing to be needed, that you're the person who could lay hands and do it, which would,
Yep.
in theory, get us some good grace.
And
All
I'm
right,
just going to
I'm
I'm going to remind Baravire that Sarissa is the equivalent of like a 13 or 14-year-old.
Got it. Okay, I run towards her, and I,
So she is
I like,
not hot.
check
She
her
is
out.
hot, but she's
No,
a 13 or
she's
14.
not hot.
Oh,
She is
she's
not
All
hot.
right, there you go then.
13.
You guys,
All right, well,
it's
I
funny.
saved-
Like
I
you make
saved
people who
kids
don't have
too,
high
so-
charismas have high charismas. Sarissa actually has a super high charisma.
Right. She can be beautiful. She's
There you
not
there
hot.
you go.
She is
Perfect.
13.
I have a high charisma,
Yes.
too.
All right.
Okay.
There you go.
So I run
what?
towards her. I'm checking her out. Is there a way, can I start healing her immediately? Is there...
She is gasping and muttering something in common about her legs. Let me go back to... I'll come back to you.
Okay.
Rocky. So you yelled. Did you want to actually move anywhere?
Do we have locations of where we are in this room? I don't know if running toward the person trying to dive in the water is even worth it. Can I dash fast enough to catch them?
I mean, their Storm Giant's dashing speed is probably double yours. You probably will not be able to catch them.
Okay.
The one
then that's
diving into the
cool.
water anyway. And, how are you going to breathe in water? Do you have a potion?
I have a potion of
There you
water
go.
breathing.
Yep. It's always a great idea to swim after a Storm Giant into a place you don't know.
Okay, then I think we're just gonna crowd around Sarissa and make sure she's protected.
All right. And Fenmore, what is Fenmore going to do?
So the one is running towards the door.
Yep. And Uthor is thundering after her in his plate mail armor. He hasn't drawn his sword yet.
No, I'm not going to attack. I'm just going to follow.
Okay.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah,
You're
I'm
a
not
great
going
spy.
to make any
Yeah.
assumptions that I need to kill this person. I'm just
Okay.
going to
All right. So they Nim makes it through the door, and Uthor is thundering after her, yelling, "Caesar! Caesar!" Do you want to keep going into that room with 98 other giants, or do you want to stick around in here?
Maybe I'll watch from here.
Okay. All right.
And watch.
All right. I'm going to come back to the other two players, and then we'll have this little scene, and then call it a night. So, Baravire, as you are laying hands on Sarissa, her legs aren't moving.
Okay.
And she's just wincing in pain. And she says, Stop, nothing will help.
Okay.
It's part of the throne. I need the scepter back. I need the scepter.
We'll get it for
And
you.
she just crawls her way. She's crawling her way back to the throne. And she drags herself up on it, and she's breathing heavily, and she says, Now I know. I know why they hated me. I know why they wanted my mother dead and my father missing. Now I know.
What do you know?
I'm the youngest. They wanted me dead ever since my father chose me as his successor.
Oh, your sisters.
Of course.
Wait a second. I never got to ask.
Oh, okay. I get it now. Yep. Mhm.
Did I never get to take a do
You didn't.
anything?
You didn't actually see the snatching happen because of Lenore. But go ahead. You can take an action now if you want to.
So I was wondering if when the one sister went running towards the pool, if there was enough time for me to cast one spell.
I'm gonna say no because they knew they had to like get the fuck out of Dodge as soon as this shit happened.
Okay. Okay, so I didn't get an action.
Like that was like a 5 or 6 second thing. Like they were just like, okay, shit's up, we're running.
Round for me.
What was that?
It was basically a surprise round for me.
Got it exactly.
Okay.
All right, back to the role play now.
Okay, I want to ask Sarissa, when did you first meet Imrith? How long has she been here?
For years, she's been here 10 years now. My father never trusted her.
Do you know she's a dragon?
I'm sorry, what?
She is a dragon.
She's a blue dragon.
Not an exaggeration. She truly is a dragon, which is
Uh,
why we tried to convince you to speak with us alone.
Through all of this, she managed to maintain concentration on the Zone of Truth, and she moves it to the throne. Just, would you repeat that?
Imrith is a blue dragon.
And that's why we tried to speak with you alone.
And she also kind of tried to destroy the Temple of the Allfather and our
And she killed my
friends,
husband.
and us with it.
She is the reason I wrote the Ballad of Harshnag. If you remember the blue dragon from that, that's why we know who she is.
Find
Because
my
everybody knows
father.
that song.
Find my
everybody knows.
father, and he will obliterate her.
Okay.
Find my father. Do you accept this quest?
Yes.
Of course we will.
Yes?
So
She
Other
has.
Well, hold on.
sorry.
Lenore had a question.
Yep.
She has, with one condition, she has an artifact that belongs to someone else that she has wronged. We've been asked to return this artifact to him.
Fine.
It does not belong to us. It does not belong to your father. It belongs to the one she wronged.
You have my word. It shall be yours.
Thank you.
Excellent. Thanks. Smart moves, Lenora.
So, did Imrith never end up in the truth cloud?
Nope.
Or was she able to deceive you?
We never had any reason to doubt her.
She played a long game.
You know, and as you're talking to her, it's like there's some sort of glamour lifting. And just Imrith. How did we not know? That name it's legendary. How did we not know that was her? You get
I'm
the sense
guessing
that
that
there
he
was some sort of
fell on
glamour
you.
cast over the court.
Yeah.
There was probably very powerful magic. Unlike that ever seen before, maybe. Just trying to be sure.
She's pretty pissed at this point, and she says, if you find my father, if he still lives somewhere, he will help you, he will kill Imrith, and he will bring all of Giant Kind back to the Ordning under our rule.
Okay. We're going to work our hardest to try and find your dad.
All right. Anybody want to add anything before we call it?
Hold on.
We still don't have any idea where to start looking for Hecaton. All we know is that he went down to the. Oh, we can start.
No, we have to go to the whale bones.
Yep.
Yeah, we gotta go towards them. Well, yes. If there's
how
any...
did your mother die? How was she killed? Do you know?
It looked like by swords and spears of small folk.
Okay.
And then final question, do you have any resources that might be helpful to our quest that we could have or use?
Let me ponder on it. I will have, once Uthor is done with my sister, I will have him show you to our small folk guest quarters, and we will reconvene once I have fully digested what's happened today and conferred with the Royal Guard. And it's, as we leave with you seeing through the huge doors at the end of the room, Uthor and several storm giants dragging Nim away in chains.
least they caught one of them.
Oh yeah, they got one. Hell yeah.
All right. Let us start with confessionals. Actually, the last thing we hear tonight as the curtain falls is coming from the brim of Fenmore's hat. I'm a parrot.
Yay!
I was gonna do that in like the most serious scene tonight, but exactly.
That is hilarious.
All right. Let's start with Natasha. How's Fenmore feel about what happened tonight?
Pretty fantastic, considering his parrot has spoken his first few words.
Yay.
And is obviously showing some self-awareness, which is a lot to say for a parrot. So I'm also a little concerned of what the future may hold for us. But I love Mr. Cheese, and I'm glad he was with me through this experience. I am just like utterly fascinated by my parrot right now. I'm not even paying attention to anything around me, just kind of like staring at my parrot going, fuck yeah, go you. Oh, Mr. Cheese, I love you.
Don't cats eat birds and parrots specifically?
Don't. Shh. He doesn't know that. Come on.
Oh, God. All right. Anything else?
I love Mr. Cheese.
Okay. All right. Bearfire. How does Bearfire feel about what happened tonight?
Well, one is we forgot to like put Camel Macchiato away. So like, where was Camel Macchiato this whole time? Could I envision that he was actually with us that entire time? Like,
sure.
Hey,
He was just kind of hanging out.
Camels make, yeah. Hilarious. Bearfire is so taken with the beauty of the women of these lands, and he feels that, man, his weakness is growing, and he's very sad that he liked the blue dragon. Now he has to kill her, even though it's the most beautiful giant he's ever seen. What a bummer. And he is very happy to hear that his Ballad of Harshnag has gone viral, and they even know it in the giant world, right?
Yep.
Right, Seth?
There you go. And by the way, for Imrit's Cloud Giant form, just picture what's her name? God damn it. She played Maleficent.
Angelina Jolie?
Picture Angelina Jolie as Maleficent, but 30 feet tall with violet skin. That is
Hell
Imrit.
yeah.
There you
Hell
go.
yeah. Okay, sounds good. Next time, Bearfire will not be wearing a shirt.
I'm sorry. Poor unfortunate souls.
All right, poor unfortunate souls. How's Lenora feeling about what happened tonight?
Well, plot movement, pretty good. Got to do a little role playing. Sarah learned some important lessons and we bonded over the nature of revenge and how it should be served.
With little feta sprinkles and olives.
Yeah.
That if we find Hecaton, we're going to be in a position to mete out a lot of well-earned vengeance. So yes, this is going to be interesting. I just wish I'd brought up the subject of Imrith before she made a dive for it.
That's plot armor. Imrit's plot armor is upon getting discovered, this happens. So.
Gotcha. Okay.
So you couldn't have avoided it.
No, you could. That is literally like one of the 8 or 9 things in this adventure that you cannot avoid.
Okay.
So. All right, Rocky. All aboard, yeah, the trip. Yes, I've railroaded you in. Rocky, how's Rocky feeling about what happened tonight?
I mean, we're getting closer, and we didn't lie, which was great, and we were believed, which is good. We found the dumb bitch who murdered my husband.
The dumb bitch.
So I'm trying really hard not to be angry because
we're gonna kill her.
You murdered my husband, and I did a very good job of not specifically alerting her to the fact that we knew who she was.
A husband murderer.
Yeah.
Right?
Tonight, as you guys are falling asleep, Sarah comes and talks to you about you did a great job. I really wanted to kill that
right?
fire giant guy.
Me a lot. And I didn't, but now we're gonna get to. So,
oh god,
my husband prepared
to die.
There's a little role playing I'd love to do with Sarah, but
Do you want to do it
on
now or
this.
you want to do it next? Let's do it next time because I
Well,
know folks are getting.
yeah.
Imran is the six-fingered man.
I will. That said, I'm going to remind everybody we are off next Wednesday. I will be in London teaching at a convention.
How fun.
Woo! Very
Think
cool.
good thoughts for me because our air traffic controllers suck right now.
Right, and getting back to custom should be super fun.
Right.
yeah.
I'm actually taking I'm wiping my old Mac, and I'm taking that with me because I do not want anybody looking at my client files.
Yeah, very,
That's a
very
good
reasonable.
answer.
Yeah.
Also, are you going to come with a different phone?
Yep, I'm taking an old iPhone too.
Okay.
Smart.
There have been some awful stories in the legal world about this and ICE right now, and I'm just not going to put
Wow.
myself in that position.
Nope, that's very smart of you.
Very smart.
So, reminder, we are off next week, so you have your Wednesdays to yourself. And we will see everybody in 2 weeks.
I'll miss everyone.
All right. I'm going to hopefully have a bar tile floor by then.
Oh, yeah.
And our electrical inspection for phase 2 is on Monday.
Good night, everyone.
That's awesome.
Bye.
All right. Good night, folks. Wave goodbye. Bye.
Bye. Until next time.